Hello everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm here today with 2 weeks worth of wax melt empties. I got behind on my empties and it is already Thursday of the third week of empties that I have, but I've put those aside. I'm going to get caught up. Since I have so many, I am just gonna go ahead and get right into it. But actually first, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love on my last video. I felt like it was a little chaotic and I was a little bit hyper. So I appreciate all of the nice comments, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started with Rose Girls. So I have a few mini melters here that I finished. The first one is Blue Fluffy Towels, which was blue sugar, vanilla lace, and fluffy towels. This was really, really nice. I'm not huge on laundry scents because they can be a little bit harsh to my nose, but adding those like musky body care notes of blue sugar and vanilla lace, it really cut down that harshness. The blue sugar and the vanilla lace both really, really came through, even though Fluffy Towels is such a strong oil. You could tell that it was really blue sugar and vanilla lace with a hint of Fluffy Towels, and it was really nice and clean without being harsh. It was a great bedroom scent. I finished this mini melter in Streuselkuchen, which is clove, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and vanilla cake. I didn't know that those were technically the notes for Streuselkuchen. To me, Streuselkuchen smells like a really, really nice coffee cake and pie crust type of mixture. There is a little hint of cinnamon in it, but the way that clove, cardamom, ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg are all of those first notes, it really surprises me that this is not as spicy as you would think it is. To me, it has a hint of spice, yes, but it's more of the spice that you would smell in a pie crust or a coffee cake. I love this as a blender. It's great on its own too. I would definitely get some more of this on its own so that I can use it in alternating warmers with blends that are complementary. Really enjoyed this. I went through that pretty quickly. I finished this mini melter in Lumily. This is Luna, which is a scentsy type of jasmine, sweet pea, freesia, berries, and sandalwood, plus pink sugar, plus marshmallow, and plus driftwood. This is one of my favorite scents of all time from Rose Girls. The Luna type is this light floral, but it's sweet pea. I love sweet pea, and because I started smelling sweet pea in Bath & Body Works body care, it'll always have kind of this body care undertone to me. So it's more of that kind of floral and less of a harsh, fresh flower, like a springtime outdoors flower, if that makes sense. And then adding pink sugar and marshmallow, which are such sugary, sweet notes. And then driftwood. I love driftwood because it is, you know, woody and outdoorsy, but to me, driftwood is the most mild wood. It's certainly not cedar, spruce, or pine. If those tree notes are too much for you, even birch is stronger than driftwood. If those notes are too much for you, driftwood is a good place to start. To me, the way that this blends together is so pretty. It smells like a springtime body care with a little bit of a woodsiness in it. It's so feminine, but you can detect that slight driftwood note. I would get this anytime it's offered. I absolutely love Lumily. I highly recommend that one. And then the last mini melter that I finished is just in baked zucchini bread. Zucchini bread, I think that if you've seen even one of my videos, you know is pretty much my favorite scent note of all time. I always love to have plain zucchini bread on hand to use as a complimentary scent. I got through this one really quickly as well. Rose Girls has definitely a drier, more yeasty zucchini bread, and it does have a very little bit of a spice to it. Loved it. I love every type of zucchini bread. I love the dry zucchini breads. I love the gooey straight out of the oven zucchini breads, the creamy ones, the spice ones. I just love zucchini bread in general. But that's all my Rose Girls. So next I'm gonna go ahead and do my fantasy wax. So the first one was Drizella and Anastasia, which is fresh picked strawberries, pink sugar, and sugar milk. I have come to realize that fresh picked strawberries just isn't the strawberry note for me unless it's mixed with a whole bunch of like body care scents or even like outdoorsy scents. When it's mixed with just sweet or bakery scents, I'm really not a fan of fresh picked strawberries. It starts to smell artificial to me, and something about that mixed with the sugar milk made this something that was just okay to me. It really wasn't my favorite. I did get the pink sugar in it, and that part of it I liked, but the fresh picked strawberries and sugar milk combo just wasn't for me scent wise, but this did perform great. It was strong. I used a couple squares of this and then I passed the rest on to a more loving home. And then I finished this one in Tortured Poets department, which is Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Palo Santo, and Sugar Cookie Royale. This was absolutely amazing. I've had a million Palo Santo and Sugar Cookie Royale blends, especially Toasted Mallow, Palo Santo, and Sugar Cookie Royale. I mean, today is October 3rd from L3 and all the other vendors who do their iteration of that scent, but I have never tried the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles in place of the Toasted Mallow, and this blended really, really nicely. I shockingly found that this was more smoky and incensey than the typical Toasted Mallow Palo Santo Sugar Cookie Royale. It added this buttery note, but the smoke of the Palo Santo really came through. This was really interesting, like incense and bakery balance, and I really enjoyed it, and I would get this combination again for sure. And then the rest that I have are samples. This first one was apple cider donut. This was delicious, really nice apple, and you could definitely smell the fried dough from the donut. This one is frosted graham crackers. I used this as a complementary scent with another bakery scent that was a little more heavy, and it just added a nice crackery bakery note. And then this last sample was blueberry lemon donut. This one wasn't my favorite. It was a little bit light for me. It was a nice blueberry lemon, but I really didn't get the donut from it. It was definitely more of a fruit scent to me. I could see it being really good in blends, but I think just on its own, I wanted a little bit more from it. So that is all of my fantasy wax. And now I will do my L3. I have quite a bit of L3 here, which I feel like is pretty typical for me. I think that out of every vendor, I probably have the most L3 in my collection. I don't make big orders as much with other vendors like I do with L3. Okay, so let's just start off with this and get it out of the way. I finished a scoop, which I feel like is always an accomplishment. This was strawberry pound cake, zucchini bread, and pumpkin pecan waffles. This was absolutely amazing. This was very buttery because strawberry pound cake and pumpkin pecan waffles both have this like buttery vibe to them. I don't know what it is. The strawberry in this was gorgeous. I love her strawberry pound cake house blend, and she has that like delicious dry yet a little creamy zucchini bread, and they just go so well together, and they make this buttery strawberry bread. And then you add in pumpkin pecan waffles, which is that buttery and slightly nutty note, and this was just so sweet and so good. Definitely you could tell it was strawberry, but oh my god, those other bakery notes, this was just so, it was so sweet. It wasn't a dry bakery scent, which I love those, but this was a sweet and warm bakery scent, and I really, really enjoyed it. This was fluted tarts. This was plum tart, boardwalk mallow clouds, and vanilla lace. I got a couple of plum tart blends, and I really like plum tart. It's a very deep, rich, sensual scent. To me, it is a very body care leaning scent. I know it might not be for everybody, but that is what it is to me for sure. And I guess especially with boardwalk mallow clouds and vanilla lace, because those give a body care vibe as well. I really liked this because this was strong. Like, I mean, strong. Like, too strong to put in an open concept for me, but in the bathroom or in my office or somewhere where I just wanted something that really, really took over. This was fantastic, super feminine, super deep, super sultry. I do think I have another one of these in my collection, so happy to have more. This was a bougie bar in warm vanilla sugar and beach nights type. I really loved this. I really, really like the Beach Nights type from L3. I am not a fan of the L3 Beach Nights house blend. To me, it is too smoky, but the Beach Night types is so sweet and delicious, and that warm vanilla sugar mixed with it, it was just like, it really reminded me of maybe a perfume that I would wear if I'm at the beach and we're like going out to dinner at night after a long day in the ocean and at the beach, or something that I would just melt in my hotel if I went to the beach. It was gorgeous, it was summery, it was sweet, loved it. I definitely would like to get more of that before L3 closes. This bougie bar is one that I think I've spoken about before. I have quite a few of these because it's one of my girlfriend and I's favorite scents of all time. This is Palo Santo Pink Sugar and Zucchini Bread. The pink sugar mixed with the zucchini bread in this is so amazing. That sugary, sweet, feminine note in pink sugar mixed with the dry, yeasty zucchini bread. It just like, it smells like feminine zucchini bread, and I know that sounds weird, but it's so good. And then the Palo Santo adds that like slightly incensey quality, and this just becomes a really complex scent where you can smell some bakery and some body care, some smoke, and it's just really good. This one was such a wild card for me when I got it. I honestly got it because I was just genuinely so curious. This is Gain plus Sugar Cookie Royale. So like I said, I just was curious about this, and then I smelled it and I was completely caught off guard by how much I liked this. This was laundry with a super, super sweet sugary cookie blended with it. It created this really, really, really sweet clean scent, and I really liked it because I do like clean scents, but I don't like that harsh edge that they can have sometimes. And the way that this blended, it was just so interesting. It was definitely more Sugar Cookie Royale than Gain, which I think is what made it good. It was Sugar Cookie Royale with just this hint of Gain detergent, and it kind of just smelled like if you were doing laundry and baking cookies at the same time, and you could smell both of those scents. And it was nice. My girlfriend really liked it. I was surprised. We were both surprised, and I would get this again. This one was roasted pine cones and pink sugar. I was obsessed with this, and I cannot wait to get more of this. When I do get to do my customs, I definitely am going to do a roasted pine cones and pink sugar blend. I'm still deciding what I want to add to it, but oh my gosh, this is so good. It's so feminine. It is woodsy, it's earthy. Roasted pine cones, to me though, I always say this, but it has like something feminine about it. No, like a lot of outdoorsy and earthy scents can read masculine, but roasted pine cones is one of those ones that just doesn't to me. And mixed with pink sugar, it really brought out those feminine qualities, and this was absolutely gorgeous, and this is one that worked in every room of the house. This was a bunt in zucchini bread, strawberry pound cake, and lemon pound cake. It was really, really interesting the way these blended. I absolutely loved it, but something about these blended together gave a cereal vibe. This almost smelled like Fruit Loops with cake and bread. Something about the strawberry and lemon together did that. It was delicious. To me, it smelled like enhanced bready cereal, and I was so here for it. I definitely would like to get more of this. This was Blueberry Lemon Donuts and Don't Cross Streams. I love the Don't Cross Streams blend. It is a delicious, buttery, sweet, cakey bread blend. It is so, so good. And it was mainly that. Don't Cross Streams is strong in blends, and when it's there, it's really there, and I love it. So it was mainly that with just this hint of blueberry and lemon. I like blueberry and lemon. I like them together. I liked that I could smell the bakery in this. This sample was Boom Boom, warm vanilla sugar, and fresh picked strawberries. This is one of those blends where I actually enjoyed the fresh picked strawberries in it. I think, like I said, I'm coming to realize that when it's with body care scents like these, I enjoy that strawberry note. This mainly smelled like like a strawberry boom boom, basically. If you were to make a strawberry version of the Sol de Janeiro, it would smell like this. I'm not really sure what the warm vanilla sugar added to it, honestly, but I really enjoyed this. I have a lot of Strawberry Boom Boom in my collection that I haven't tried yet, so it was good to get a taste of it with this, and I know that I like it. This sample was Lighthouse, and I actually have the notes for this. I did talk about it in my recent sampler video because I got another sample of it, but I had melted this one, and I'm looking up the notes now. Okay, there. So when I smelled this the first time, I didn't look up the notes first. It just smelled like a kind of a nice fresh aquatic scent to me. But then I popped this in my bathroom warmer and I came back and I was like, holy shit, what is this? This is so good. It smelled soft, it smelled herbal, it smelled spa-like. It was a little bit cashmere, luxurious. It really transformed on warm. So I had to look up the notes, and when I saw the notes, I was shocked. So the notes for Lighthouse are sea air, white musk, lavender cashmere, amber, tonka, cedar, and plum. Definitely not just a basic aquatic scent. Oh my gosh, this was so, so good. This is one of those scents though that has so many notes like that it's really, really hard to pick up anything specifically, I guess. To me, it just smelled like a very beautiful, luxurious, soft spa scent. Loved it, really enjoyed it. And then last from L3, this was a sample in Rosemary Mint Aveda type. I love the Rosemary Mint Aveda type. I love it so much more than I love just the plain Rosemary Mint. The plain Rosemary Mint really is like an essential oil smell to me. It's very harsh. The Rosemary Mint Aveda type smells like Rosemary Mint body care. There's definitely a hardcore lotion scent behind it. It doesn't smell like shampoo, even though I think that's what it is, but shampoo always has a soap smell to me. It doesn't smell like soap. It just has that like cashmere lotion behind it with a little hint of mint. I love that the mint isn't super harsh in this. It's really, really nice. And I think that she does have some Rosemary Mint Aveda blends coming up in this restock that I requested. There are so many of my requests on the list that I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna do. I really need to stop making requests because they keep being poured and I don't know what to do. But yes, the one that I requested was Pink Sugar, Rosemary Aveda type, and Lavender. I think that would be so good. And then I also requested the Rosemary Mint Aveda type just by itself in Trig Tarts, and she's pouring that too. So those two are definitely ones that I'm gonna be picking up, but I have an L3 haul that I am going to film later today that you're gonna be seeing, and you're going to see why I am hesitant to make another big order, because this was a big order that I made. But this is also one of the best L3 lists I've genuinely ever seen. My friend Ember said that too, and I fully agree with her. We're also like very close scent preferences. But that's all my L3. Let me move on. From Scoopable Wax Melts, I got that sampler and I have gone through quite a few of them. This first one was Baked Zucchini Bread in Cookie Land. Creamy, sugary bakery scent blended with Cookie Land. This was absolutely amazing. The pink sugar. The zucchini bread with the Cookie Land, it was so good. It smelled like a frosted zucchini bread with a cookie note in it. It was just so much sweeter than regular zucchini bread. And the way that it blended, it was just so delicious, like a perfect bakery scent. I requested for more of this in her most recent pre-order request list, so I am hoping that it gets poured because this was one of my favorites of the last 2 weeks. This one is the Cake Whisperer, which is buttercream, yellow cake, birthday cake, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. This was absolutely delicious. A heavy vanilla cake scent with a thick buttercream icing. It had a strong throw. It was really, really, really delicious. This was We Go Together, Dark Kiss Type, Blackberry, and Palo Santo. This was such an interesting scent. Dark Kiss is a Bath & Body Works type, and I do have it. To me, it's kind of a deep plum, rich amber type of scent. Okay, this says black raspberry, burgundy rose, bergamot, incense, dark vanilla bean, and plum musk. Okay, I was there with the plum. I definitely get the plum the most in Dark Kiss. And then this was, I'm not normally a blackberry fan at all, but this mixed with the Palo Santo was really good because this Palo Santo was very smoky and incensey, and the blackberry and the Dark Kiss were just a hint. So it smelled like a blackberry plum incense, smoky incense. I really liked it. It was a very different type of scent and I enjoyed it. This was Strawberry Cupcake, which is cupcake and strawberry frosting. This was a test scent and I really, really enjoyed it. This to me smelled like rich, fresh, homemade, realistic strawberry frosting with vanilla cake. I have never smelled a strawberry frosting scent that smelled, at least so far in my vendor wax journey, that smelled this realistic. I really enjoyed it. And then last from Scoopable was Let's Hear It for the Girls, which is pink sugar type, watermelon slush, and fresh picked strawberries. I mainly got the watermelon from this and the fresh picked strawberries. I didn't get a whole lot of pink sugar. Similarly to the fresh picked strawberry, pink sugar milk blend that I talked about earlier, this one was not my favorite. I tried one of them in my bathroom and it was okay, and then I sent the other one to a friend. Like I said, watermelon and fresh picked strawberries are just not my type of scent notes, but since I got this in a sampler, obviously I wanted to try it, and I'm glad that I did because you never know. You really never know. Okay, I'm gonna do Broadway Wax next because the rest of them are one-offs, but there are quite a few of them. So this first from Broadway Wax was one of my customs that I did in 2023. I called it Wonderland. I named a lot of them after Taylor Swift songs, and the notes on this were Fraser fir, toasted marshmallow, and vanilla lace. I mainly got vanilla lace from this, which was delicious. I love vanilla lace. The toasted marshmallow was there. I did smell a little bit of smoke and that fluffy marshmallow. I barely got any Fraser fir in this note, though. I really wanted it to be more of a tree scent, but the tree was the lightest note for me. It was there, but it just wasn't as strong tree that I wanted it to be, but this was a delicious, like, sweet perfumey scent to me. I really liked it. This was a sample in Fun at the Circus, which was frosted animal cookie, frosted graham cracker, circus concession, cream cheese, and buttercream crunch cake. This one was pretty light for me. I was really only able to smell the graham cracker, and it wasn't a whole lot there. This one wasn't my favorite. And then the last sample from Broadway Wax was this Cashmere Glow Champagne Toast and Raspberry Sangria. I do not normally like raspberry scents or champagne scents, but this was good because the Cashmere Glow made it like body care scent, and I do like, I mean, I don't love it, I don't wear it, the Champagne Toast fragrance, but I certainly don't think it's bad. And then the Raspberry Sangria with that added a fruitiness and like a little bit more bubbliness actually to kind of offset the harshness that Champagne Toast can have. This was not a floral raspberry, and mixed with the Cashmere Glow really elevated it. So I enjoyed this in the bathroom. I wouldn't buy it, but I really enjoyed the sample that I had. All right, so next is a whole bunch of one-offs. So I will start with the one brittle that I finished from Sassy Girl Aroma. This was Christmas tree cake, buttercream frosting, and almond cake. I miss Sassy Girl Aroma so much. I just get the best performance from her, and something like this, buttercream frosting and almond cake, has such a potential to be super light, and this was so strong, like such a strong thrower. The almond was not a cherry leaning almond at all. This was just so sweet and creamy and soft. I loved this. I would 100% get it again. Oh, this one was also from Scoopable and I completely forgot. This was Soothing Lavender Dreams, which was sweet lavender, marshmallow smoothie, and zucchini bread. This is given to me by my friend Amanda, and then I put the notes here. This was absolutely fantastic. I mean, I feel like if you have watched even one of my videos, I talk about how obsessed I am with lavender and bread together. This is no exception. This one was a more soapy lavender, I feel like, compared to, for example, Dreamweaver, which is another lavender and bread blend, or even Sweet Lavender, Vanilla Ice Cream, and Zucchini Bread I got from L3. This one is more of a soapy, soapy lavender. I like almost all lavenders, and I certainly love all zucchini breads. And mixed together, I don't think that there's a chance in the world that I wouldn't like it. This was gorgeous. I got through it really fast because I really, really like it. And I now have a little chunk muffin in it, so that's nice. I think I also did manage to get more in the most recent, was it the most recent? No. Not the most recent, but the one that is going to ship next Rose Girls pre-order. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then this next one was just this sample from that Smell Good shop. This was Summer Jam, Raspberry, Strawberry, and Cherry. These are not my typical notes, but for a fruit scent, this was good. The raspberry and the cherry were totally fine for me. They were very realistic. No floral note, no like fake maraschino cherry note. The strawberry really, I think, balanced it out. And this just smelled like a really, really nice berry scent. It's not something that I would necessarily choose for myself, but for just a nice fruit scent in the bathroom, this was good. And I mean, that Smell Good shop is great. I always have great luck with them, but if you are a person who has a hard time with strawberries or cherries, I liked this, so I would recommend that Smell Good shop for those. The next little one-off I have here is from Traverse City. This is Strawberry White Cake. I had a really strange experience with this scent. It smelled great on cold, and I popped it in my warmers, and I cut the sample in half. I popped it in my warmers, and I came back. Yeah, in the bag, it still smells good. I came back, and it smelled rotten in my warmers. I don't know how else to explain it. It smelled like rotting strawberries, and I had to take it out of my warmers and clean my warmers a few times with alcohol to get that scent out. So I don't know if that is, like, if I just had a one-off bad experience, because I've only ever tried Traverse one other time and it wasn't strawberry. A couple of my friends have had the similar experience, but I don't know. So let me know what you think about Traverse City Strawberry. Was this just a one-off? Should I try it again? Let me know. And then this next was Cam Jack Wax in Royal Palo Cookies. This was fresh baked sugar cookies blended with the perfect Palo Santo. This label's very faded, so I don't know why I'm even showing it, but this was really, really good. It was just I don't want to say basic, because I do not mean that in a bad way, but it's just was kind of like a quintessential sugar cookie and Palo scent. The Palo was a really nice creamy Palo Santo. The sugar cookies were a delicious, like straight out of the oven sugar cookie. They blended together perfectly. It was definitely a 50-50 mix. I could smell both notes. I have never tried anything else from Cam Jack, but I had a great experience with this one. This one isn't a one-off. I actually have two of these. This is Sweet Tooth Scents. All of the Sweet Tooth scents that I've melted has been fantastic. I get great performance in my home. This first one was Red Plum Sugar Cookie. Oh my gosh, I was so obsessed with this scent. It was, I mean, one of the most delicious, dense, gorgeous sugar cookie scents that I've ever smelled. And it was just this touch of a deep fruit, like just a hint of this deep fruit with this gorgeous, delicious baked sugar cookies. I want more of this. Heather, if you're watching, I know that you said that this was just an experiment and you're not sure how you made it, but I would love more of this. This was like one of my favorite things from the last 2 weeks. And then this other one was pear and pomegranate. This was also really good. I melted this in my bathroom and it was so strong. I could smell it in the hallway. I could smell it way farther than I can normally smell my bathroom scents. It was just a really, really nice fruit to me. It had a body care essence to it. Kind of smelled more like a pear lotion. Pomegranate. It's the first time I smelled pomegranate and wax, so it's really hard for me to put my finger on what pomegranate really is, but there was definitely a deeper fruit along with the pear. This was really, really gorgeous. Okay, so I have 3 more things to show you. This first one was a sample from Amanda, Glitterati, Lou's Bakery and County Fair. I have fallen in love with the County Fair scent. It is cotton candy, it's donuts, it's something with cotton candy and bakery. Oh my gosh, it is so, so good. It's a great cotton candy. And then Lou's Bakery is just a really dense, sweet vanilla bakery. This was a fabulous blend. I am on the lookout for some County Fair. So if anyone who's watching this would like to de-stash some County Fair, message me on Facebook or DM me on Instagram. My PayPal's ready. But yeah, that's that one. And then this next one that I got from Amanda was Dessa's Strawberry Zucchini Streusel. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with this too. I just got a little bit more in a de-stash mystery thing, so that was great. So excited to have that. It is strawberry zucchini bread with this sugar crumb top coffee cake blended with it. So good. The coffee cake, sugary crumb cake aspect adds so much to the strawberry zucchini bread, and it was such a great performer. I cannot wait to get my hands on more Dessa's. I've only tried a couple of things and the wax is so good, but right now she just moved across the country, I think, and she's not she's still setting up and everything, but I'm on the lookout for her to come back. So strawberry zucchini streusel, that was great. And then the last empty, we've made our way through this. This was Britta's You Can't Have My Kids brownie and Danish butter cookies. I am not normally a chocolate person, but as far as chocolate goes, I really liked this actually. So I will say one thing about me and chocolate scents is that growing up, there was a time period where I lived in Hershey, Pennsylvania, right across from the Hershey Chocolate Factory. And almost all of the time, the air smelled like Hershey's milk chocolate. It doesn't anymore because I don't think that the actual factory is there anymore. But when it was when I lived there. And it smelled like chocolate 24/7. And so there is something about melting chocolate wax for me sometimes that really, really brings up some nostalgia. And so I enjoyed this. It was a nice chocolate. You could definitely smell the cookies in it. And that's why every once in a while, I do like to have a little bit of a chocolate scent just to reminisce. But that is everything that I finished in the last 2 weeks. Thank you for sticking it out and watching such a long video. I have an L3 haul coming and a 3rd round robin coming, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.